Hello, literary knight. Okay. Now I've got a chance to play one of my favorite openings, which is French defense. I haven't played it for a long time. I mean, I haven't played it today, so it's been a long time. And we've got a Wiener variation. c5. a3 I capture, and I play here. And now white has got several different plans to do. I mean, a4, knight f3, h4, and things like that. Yes, actually, for those who doesn't know, on Friday at it's gonna be 9 p.m. Central Europe time and 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm just going to make a webinar about pawn endgames. So for 1 hour, I will just explain. I'm just going to explain with details. I mean, I will start with the basic, and later we'll go into more advanced things, right? So Friday, you can mark it in your calendar. Yeah, so that's the thing. We will see, Kruci. We will see how it's gonna be in English this time. Yeah, so Friday. Yeah, you can check actually on my Twitch profile. You can check my schedule, right? Friday, and you can check it. I will have also another stream that I will play games and explain things, but it's gonna be on Thursday. It is called French defense, and this line is called Wiener variation, and Queen G4. And actually Queen G4, this is the main move. And now you see in the history of chess there was probably, historically the most popular move is Queen C7. I remember there was a lot of like bot-winning games in that, a lot of Talbot-winning games, right, and things like that. But yeah, you can time zones. You can check on my Twitch profile. If you scroll down, you will have informations about all upcoming streams in your time zone. Yeah, Queen C7. Another popular move is castling. I usually play. I mean, lately I play King F8, but this time I will just make a castle, slightly different way. So you see DTNA. Yes, in Poland it's 9:30 p.m. right now. Yes, I mean, okay, I know, I told you, right, that lately I usually play King F8, but this time I want to try to make a castle. Okay, and after this move, if I remember, okay, what theory says about the position? I think knight c6 or f5 immediately. No, I think knight c6 first. Knight f5 is not as good. I mean, knight f5 defends that pawn at g7 instead of making a castle, but the problem is like bishop d3 and bishop is pointing to that knight, so knight at f5 is not like a very solid move, I would say. Castling is a solid move, queen c7 is a solid move, king f8 is a solid move, right? But definitely yeah, knight at f5, this is not a perfect position because it can be easily removed, right? And pawn at g7 is also hanging. Yeah, and if I remember, the main line at the moment is bishop d3, and black plays very typical idea, which is f5. f5, because the idea of f5 is just to, the idea of that move is just to stop that bishop from moving forward. I mean, from attacking to the h7, so no Greek gifts and things like that, right? And if he captures, rook captures f6. Yes, he captures f6 is the only good move for white, because you see, white, this bishop is the most important attacker, for white. So white cannot have a successful attack, or it's very hard for white to have a successful attack without that bishop. So white takes, rook takes. Okay, and actually, if I remember correctly, the main move in that position is something like bishop g5. If I remember. Bishop g5 at the moment. And after bishop g5, black has got two main moves. One main move is rook f7. This is one possibility. And also another possibility is to play e5. And probably I will just play this e5 idea because it's more fun. Yeah, and basically this idea of playing e5 is very yeah, it's very tactical, right? So we had got some strategical games, but now if he will play bishop g5, maybe I can play it in a more tactical way. Yes, but then e5. And okay, you just need to know one thing. I knew that line with details like 10 or 15 years ago. So right now maybe there was some new things. Okay, let's go e5. I promised you this move. I promised you, right? Right now maybe there was something new was discovered, so we will see. Yes, I wanna play c4. Yeah, c4 is actually a common idea, but c4 in the moment instead of f5 there was, I think, bishop h7 and Greek gift. So our goal is, this is the reason why c4 wasn't such a great idea at the moment. But yes, but sometimes if there is no Greek gift, you can play it, right? And right now take a look. There is a threat to go here. And okay, and what should I do right now? Of course, there is a queen h7 threat, and my rook is under attack. If I remember correctly, after queen h5, I think queen h3 was a main move. Right now, I think I can go with e4. Can I go with this move or not? Forking. And if he takes, I think pawn takes it here. And I will have two minor pieces for the rook. So I kind of borrowed some material to my opponent. Yeah, I think this queen h5. I mean, I remember there was a line move like this, but I think that my position is pretty good. If after 13 moves you can have two minor pieces for the rook, that should be fine, I think. Okay, bishop goes to e2. Okay, there is free knight for me to capture. Should I capture free knight or not? Okay, this is probably, yeah. Okay, why not? I'm just going to take it. Yes, that is cross gun. This is a really good point. If the board is congested, right? If there are a lot of pieces on the board, that is true, that two minor pieces are better than the rook, right? But in the end games, rook and two pawns, for example, might be, without another pieces on board, rook and two pawns is stronger. You're absolutely right. Really good point. And what happens at the moment? My opponent captured with a pawn because he wants to keep an attack to my king, right? I think that makes sense. And also from my side, it makes sense to defend from this. So maybe bishop f5, it blocks that diagonal for his bishop. And also after rook g1, I can go bishop g6, and I can use that bishop as a patch because my castle needs to be fixed. So I can use my bishop, right? Yeah, after rook g1, of course, bishop goes to g6. That was my idea, and now I'm just thinking, how can I attack those pawns? Because I can maybe capture. If my king is safe, I can focus a little bit more on the attack. on the king side. So yeah, so basically I think I can go like bishop g6, and then maybe something like queen a5 or c captures d4, because those pawns are pretty bad. Okay, bishop d3. Of course, the idea is clear. He wants to capture my bishop. And probably, if I play something like queen a5, yeah, bishop d3. If I will play something like queen a5, he captures, I take with a pawn, rook takes, knight takes, queen takes. Probably he will look for something like a perpetual check. Yeah, the good question is, can he get this perpetual check? Because I have got maybe after bishop g6, I have got in between check at the... Yeah, okay, I have got in between check at the c3. Now I want to play f5. After this move, you see in between check. And then if king will go to e2, knight d4, king is in trouble. If king will go here or here, I can capture rook at a1. This is what am I planning to do right now. Of course, if he will start with rook g6, pawn takes, bishop takes g6, and then I play queen c3, so it's not a... I don't need to be afraid of that. Yes, that is true. That is a good point, that he may try to play something like king d2, but you see, in the worst case, I can always go with my king to the g7 square. Okay, I promised in between check. And now I capture here. King is in trouble. Okay, and my opponent decided that the best thing he can do is just to resign. So this was French defense. So yeah, French defense is also, you can see that it also can be very tricky, especially if your opponent does not know the line.